All right, today we're going to continue talking about similar triangles, adding to word problems. So hopefully you remember when we have similar triangles, we know that the sides are proportional. Okay, the corresponding sides are proportional, and the angles are going to be congruent. So today we're going to need to draw some pictures to explain these situations. Here we have a tree. It says cast a 24-foot shadow, and we know a tree is going to go straight up and down. Cast a shadow out here. And we know that it is 24 feet long. All these pictures aren't going to be drawn to scale, but I'm doing my best, okay? We know it's a right angle as the tree stands up. We're trying to find how tall the tree is. Now it tells us that we also have a yardstick casting a shadow that is 2 feet long. So on this, we need to remember how much a yard is. So the shadow is 2 feet. A yard is going to be 3 feet. And at this point now, if we think about it, if the sun is up here, the angle that is formed will be the same. So I can mark that. And now we have two triangles that are similar by AA similarity. So angle, angle similarity. Remember our other types are SSS, side, 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 and then SAS, side, angle, side. But we have AA. So we know these two triangles are similar. I can set it up. X over 24 equals 3 over 2. Cross multiply 2x equals 72. We divide by 2, and we'll get x equals 36 feet. If you wanted to know how many yards that is, just divide by 3, 12 yards. So there's our answer. Now this next one, a little bit more complicated. Okay, it says the foot of a ladder is 1.2 meters from a fence. So let's draw this fence. We have a fence here, and there's a ladder over here. The foot, that distance is 1.2. The fence is leaning up against it. It hits the fence and goes all the way to a building. Okay, so meanwhile, it tells us that the foot of a ladder is 1.2 meters from a fence. So this is 1.2 meters. The fence is 1.8 meters high. The ladder touches the top of the fence and rests against a building that is 1.8 meters behind the fence. So if the fence is here, the building's there. This distance is 1.8 meters as well. And the ladder touches the top of the fence. Let's see, it says determine the height of the building. Okay, so the height right here. Now, when we are solving this, we could just go from here, but some of you might like to draw. Let me draw in my right angles. And we know this angle in the bottom corner, it's the same for both the small and the big triangle. So some of you might be helpful to draw these two triangles. We have a big triangle. And we don't know what this is. It's x. The bottom, we have to add these 1.8 and 1.2, so that'd be 3 meters. We also have a small triangle. The small triangle, 1.8 meters here, 1.2 meters right there. And we could set it up then. X over 3 equals 1.8 over 1.2. We cross multiply. 1.2x equals, let's see, that's 5.4. Divide by that 1.2, divide by 1.2, and we will get x equals 4.5 meters. And we're done. All right. On our third one here, take a trip back to the zoo. Hopefully you guys have good memories. I definitely remember going to the zoo with my family growing up, and I remember it fondly. But if we look here, the kid is looking down at the mirror, and it's bouncing up to see the top of the giraffe. So our two triangles here, if I'm going to outline them, we have our giraffe triangle. Notice there's a mark right there. That'll be important, and a right angle. Then we also have our kid triangle, okay? And once again, there's a mark right here and a right angle. So the kid is looking down at the mirror. It bounces up. Since those two angles are the same, we have AA similarity. So I can put x over 15 equals Now, we know it's 5 foot 3 inches. We want to put this so that it has one label. So if we think about it, we could either do inches or feet. Since we already did feet with the 15, we should keep it in feet. 3 inches, they're 12 in a foot, so 3 over 12. That's going to reduce to 1/4, which hopefully you know is 5.25 if we divide that. So 5.25 divided by that 5 feet. We cross multiply, we'll get 5x equals 78.75. And once again, I'm not just that good at math that I can do that instantly in my head. I can use a calculator. You can as well. If you can't do 15 times 5.25, use a calculator. That's fine. I just need you to be able to find the right answer. Okay? Now we divide. Once again, I don't expect you to do this in your head, but I expect you to know how to find the answer. We get 15.75, so that's feet in our label. And if you wanted, you could also say 15 feet 9 inches. All right, almost done. 2 more. Today, we just went over these. There was no homework, but we just went over how to solve these. We are going to have a quiz on Fridays, so pay close attention. It says on level ground, the base of a tree is 20 feet from the bottom of a 48-foot tall flagpole. So this is 20 feet. We know it's 48 feet tall. And at a certain time, their shadows end at the same point 60 feet from the base of the flagpole. So over here, that'll be 60 feet. And this occurs, we also know this angle is the same on both of them. Right angle, right angle. It's up to you if you draw these triangles. If you want, you can draw the big one and the small one. Some of you might find this helpful, some of you might not. So we know then that this whole distance is 60 feet. It is 48 feet tall. Meanwhile, we have our small triangle to the tree. We don't know how tall that is. That's what we're trying to find. But we do know this distance will be 40 feet. Now, some of you might have said 20. But if we think about it, this whole distance is 60. 60 minus that 20 leaves us with 40. And at this point now, x over 40 will equal 48 over 60. Cross multiply. We'll get 60x equals 1920. Divide by 60. And x equals 32 feet. All right, almost done. Last one. It says the bush is sited on the other side of a canyon. Find the width of the canyon. The triangles below are similar. So we know they're similar. One way we can prove that here, we get a right angle, or we can see what matches up. These are vertical angles, so they're congruent. So this is kind of a rotation, and it was dilated. It's smaller. Okay, so if we have x over 100, that will have to match up with 7.5 over 10. Cross multiply, 10x equals 750. Divide by 10. And you're going to be left with x equals 75 feet. It is 75 feet across the canyon. So, hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, please reach out. And I will see you soon. Bye.